selection. The another method could be the wrapper method, where we use genetic algorithm or recursive feature elimination. So in this particular example, I will give you one simple example. Let's suppose I have B, C, D, four features I have. So what I will do this training. So for training, I will use this feature A. I will train my model. Okay. I will get some accuracy, percentage accuracy. I will train with B. I will again get some other percentage accuracy. I will train with C. I will train with D. This is called addition of the features. The second method is our recursive feature elimination. So in spite of adding features, I will simply put together, I will train the model with the 4 features directly, and then I will start subtracting. So first I will subtract D, then I will subtract C, then B, and then A. So with these 4 input parameters, I can have various combination. I can use A, B, C, delete C or D. I can have various combination A, B, I can use and then train the model and get the accuracy. This is the feature elimination method. Now, once we got the selection and reduction, so now we understood as of now that how we are going to eliminate features, those who are of not used. Now, then we need a classifier. So the hypothesis is very simple. If the feature is strong enough, we can use any of the classifier. The support vector machine is one of the classifier that I am going to use in my particular problem. So here you can see there are the 2 classes. One is red, one is green, star and green. The hyperplane, that is the center point, that black line that you can see here. This is the center line that we have kept. This is called the hyperplane or the decision boundary. Then this is the outer side component of that particular class, which is more close to the opponent. And here you can find this is the red one, green one, which is more close to the red one. We will make a parallel line to this center line, that is a hyperplane. And we will keep this margin. This is the gap or the difference between this outer element of class A and the outer element of the class 2. The maximum margin we have to keep. The moment we will keep this maximum margin, these 2 lines that we have created is called as the vector support vector machine. So this is the classifier that we are going to use for the problem. The important machine learning algorithm technique that we have to understand as a cross validation. So cross validation means to remove the biasing of the training of that machine particularly, we use this cross validation approach. And in this cross validation approach, let's suppose I am going to say it as an n-fold cross validation. The total data I am going to divide it into n parts. And if I will divide this into n part, the n minus 1 part I will use it for training and 1 part I will use it for testing. So let's suppose I have the data set of 100 images. So out of 100, I will divide equally into 10 part, 10, 10, 10. So if this value of n is 10, so 10 I will divide, 90 images I will use for training, 10 I will use for testing. Then I will repeat this whole operation 10 times. And whatever the average of that classification accuracy will be, that will be the final classification accuracy of the problem. In medical, specifically to get the importance and that computer aided diagnosis system, we need to understand 4 important parameters, that is the true positive, false positive, true negative, and false negative. So based on these 4 parameters, we are going to extract sensitivity of the system. The sensitivity of the system is true positive divided by true positive and false negative. And now what is the meaning of true positive? If a patient is having that disease and his test came positive. So now these days, now we are having the pandemic situation for COVID. A person is having COVID and the test also came positive. Means test is telling that he have positive. So this is called true positive. The false positive is patient don't have the disease, but the test is positive. It means I don't have the COVID, but when I tested, it said that I am having COVID. Then true negative. The patient don't have disease, but the test is negative. And the false negative is the patient has disease, but the test is negative. So based on these 4 parameters, we are going to find the sensitivity of our system, specificity of the system. Specificity means the true negative divided by false positive plus true negative. Positive predictive value, that is the PPV, that is again TP divided by TP plus FP, that is the true positive and false positive. The another parameter is negative predictive value, that is NPV, likelihood ratio. These are the parameters that based on these parameters we will say our computer aided diagnosis or the classification system is right or wrong, doing well or not. So now I will take you to the direct problem which we have solved, and we got paper also on this. So the problem, the CAD system to reduce the inter-observer error by classifying sensed object into the predefined classes. So the problem, which is very simple, that electrocardiographic image dataset that we have extracted, collected, then we did some pre-processing for the noise removal. Then we have extracted all the features that I have discussed in the earlier slide. After that, we have trained our model, that support vector machine, and then we have done the severity classification. And once we have done the severity classification based upon the multi-voting approach, we make the decision. So the problem was analysis of mitral regurgitation using echocardiographic image. So this is the image dataset that we had, the 3-class, 3-view, A2C, A4C, PLX, and the variation. So this is the ultrasound image, color Doppler ultrasound image that you can see here. Visually, as a human, I can see that this is the bigger area. So I can say this is the severe side. This is the severe. But how this computer will analyze? Because computer cannot see. Computer only can calculate the numerical values. So what we did this basic flowchart. In 3 views, we did all the color space convergence. And then we have extracted all the features from those images in the different color schemes. After that, we use the MR multi maximum relevant minimum redundance approach for feature selection. And then we trained our model and we get the classification. And we divided the images in the 3 categories, that is the mild, moderate, and severe. It means with the image only I can tell that whether the patient is severe or mild. And then we did the decision making. So this is the block diagram of the proposed algorithm. The color space evolution we have done. And the conclusion of the color space evolution, we found in the gray scale image, the classification accuracy in all 3 view, A2C, A4C, and PLX came well. So in spite of going for RGB, LAB, YCB, CR, or YCM, we said we will use the grayscale images only. So we converted all the color images into grayscale and then we analyzed. By using the MR feature selection technique, we found in this particular experiment, the number of features we have increased 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on up to 55. We found approximate at 35. If you see in 35, features, the classification accuracy for both all the data set came same. And after that, there is no improvement in the classification accuracy. So we said, in spite of extracting the 55 features, 35 top features are sufficient to solve this problem. So this was the conclusion that we have concluded, that by using MR technique, 35 features are sufficient to solve this particular problem. So the classification approach that we found, the CAD system that we have solved, we got the classification accuracy in 95.65%, 95.65%, and 95.36 in 3 different data sets. And if you see here, the performance of one versus all SVM classifier, that is a confusion matrix, I can say it. So if you see here in this is the A2C, A4C, and A4C, 3 different data set. There were 10 mild cases, 11 mild cases. Out of 11, 10 came in the mild only. It means whatever the classification we have done, the model training happened, it trained well, and it have done the classification properly. So out of 11, 10 mild cases came in mild category. But in the moderate case, out of 16, 3 came in mild case, which is wrong. It should either go in the severe or in moderate, which is the wrong classification. And in the severe case, all 6 classified as severe only. So if you see here, in the severe case, we have calculated the sensitivity and the specificity. Both came 100%. It means the classifier that we have designed is performing well for this A2C view. But in this particular case, Plex view, you can find that the sensitivity for the mild case came 100%. You can see here, out of 15, all 15 classified in the mild category, but not happened with the same moderate and severe. Okay, so because it not happened for the same, the sensitivity and specificity is not came to 100%. It means we have lot of chance to improve our model. So we can improve the sensitivity and specificity for our model for doing the further feature extraction or change the methodology. So the second approach that we did, that is the multi-resolution. In this multi-resolution, we use the Gaussian pyramid structure, and we took the local binary pattern as in texture. So we did the 6-level decomposition of the image. You can see here, this is a 6-level decomposition from G0 to G6. The Gaussian image pyramid parameters, we have decomposed this image for 6 level and then extracted these parameters. So you can see here, Gaussian pyramid LBP, Gaussian pyramid LBP U2, Gaussian pyramid LBP RI, rotation invariant unitary, and all the features of LBP. Again, we did the normalization, classification, and we got the classification accuracy after training the model. So the second paper that we got, that is a 95.66. There's a little increase in the efficiency, but here if you see, the size also increased. Earlier the size of the data was only 35, but now we have increased approximate 200 images per data set. So as we have increased the size, the classification accuracy, sensitivity, and specificity also decreased, but all the parameters increased with the 3 data set. Although we have not touched the 100% sensitivity and specificity, highest is the 99.02 here, 99.63 and 99.23. Here it is the 98.70, that is the sensitivity. It means again there is a chance of improvement in the model or training. So this is the all work we have done. We got the 2 paper for the first 2 that you can see here. This is the neural computing and application. That's again SCI index. The second paper, computer in biology and medicine, that is again a SCI index paper for the 2 approach that we have proposed. So this is all the general overview of the computer aided diagnosis system. So I'll stop my presentation here. So if you have any question, you can please ask.
Any questions, participants? Okay, I think there are no questions, sir. Any questions? Okay, sir. Anyways, it was a good talk. On behalf of School of ECE and participants, I would like to thank Dr. Arun Balaudi. Classification of ML, feature reduction, feature selection, principal components analysis was well explained. All our participants are benefited by your talk, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the participants are requested to fill the feedback form in the chat box. Thank you, sir. You can leave, sir. No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.